Hello, class, and welcome back to our lesson on the Cold War. Today, we will be talking about McCarthyism and the Second Red Scare, which is a super important topic that happened to America during the Cold War. Let's get started. So, what is McCarthyism? As you guys might recognize this man from previous classes, this is Joseph McCarthy, who is a major player of the Cold War. McCarthyism is the political oppression against left-wing politicians. So that would be Democrat politicians. The name McCarthyism comes from Senator Joseph McCarthy. And McCarthyism, to sum it all up, is the spreading of fear and fear-mongering of communism. Who's Joseph McCarthy? Joseph McCarthy was alive from 1908 to 1957. He served as a Republican senator from Wisconsin during the years 1947 and 1957. He was very uncertain of communism at the time. He was one of the first people to come out and really put his foot down. He accused of 205 government officials of having ties to the Communist Party, causing a huge rift in our government, and he became a Republican figurehead against communism. Another major player of the Second Red Scare is the House of Un-American Activities. It is an investigative committee inside the House of Representatives, and it played a major role in the Second Red Scare. It assisted Republican politicians on persecuting left-wing individuals, accusing them on baseless accusations of being communists just because they don't like them. And how the House of Un-American Activities investigate everyone, no matter the career, no matter if you were a politician, a blue-collar worker, an actor, and they would use very controversial methods of interrogation and intimidation to get witnesses and people who might be innocent to admit to guilty things, even if it's not true. Now, the Second Red Scare happened from 1947 to 1957, which is when McCarthy was in office. It officially began when the President Truman introduced the employee screen, which would background check every government employee for communist ties, putting the seeds of doubt in America. And with the seed of doubt planted, McCarthyism took root in American politics and became a very viral infection and took over American politics as Republicans took advantage of this fear of communism to cause more fear by accusing left-wing politicians of being communists. What is the aftermath of McCarthyism and the Second Red Scare? The decline of McCarthyism and the Second Red Scare began in the late 1950s. Public opinion began to shift against the right, against the Republicans, and more supportive for the Democrats. Judge Earl Warren, who is on the screen right now, made many rulings. Some are at the bottom, and these rulings helped put some restrictions on the government and make the United States back to normal after this huge 10-decade of fear-mongering. So, in conclusion, McCarthyism weaponized the fear of communism against left-wing individuals, caused persecution against citizens who were left-leaning, and McCarthyism is an excellent example of the dangers of extreme ideology. Thank you for listening.